Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. Well, today I'm out here in the rain. It's been pouring down this Saturday morning, but I'm here at the Sky Stadium for an exciting few hours. The food show is happening here this weekend, so Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. It's an annual event and they have over 120 stalls, I believe, and I'm really excited because once we're inside, you'll see that they have different stalls, whether it's for New Zealand wine or food, different kinds of brands. You know, there might be even household products as well. So I'm really excited to just check it out this year. It's been a few years since I've been out. It used to be a regular thing that Kings and I used to do, but once the kids arrived, it was really hard for them to walk around and for us to push the pram. So we just kind of took a break. And today my friend and I have come out and I'm just waiting for my friend to arrive. But the Sky Stadium, if you are into sports, is really famous. You know, our rugby games, cricket, and possibly soccer as well. And all of our music shows, like the really big artists, they come in, you know, they have their shows here at the Sky Stadium. So we're not going to be on the field, but it's going to be the area around the field, and it's indoors. And I'm really happy about that because it is pouring down rain. Like, it is so dark. I don't know if you can see the clouds up there. I'm sort of a bit drenched, but I've got a really nice jacket to cover me. But all right, I'm going to end this introduction and I will talk more once we're inside. All right, so let's go to the food show. Before we get into the stadium, here is a quick look around outside the stadium. So I'm just walking towards it, and the closest thing to the stadium is this train station, which is great because when you come out here for shows or for a sports event, there is no parking. So a lot of people like to get on the train, on the public transport, and arrive here. And the train station just leads into the stadium. So here we are just walking towards the stadium. As you can see, it was pouring rain. It was just like this massive downpour for just a little bit right before the food show, and then it eventually gave up. But you know, I was half drenched at this point, like my jeans and all of that. So they had this little check-in area. The tickets were like this QR code, so I just had it on my phone and they just scanned it and they let us in. So here we are just trying to get in. And once we were in, they gave us a little magazine, a show guide to get us through. It had recipes and all of that. So this year they had a little prize, a giveaway, a quick little trip to Adelaide in Australia. I think it was Adelaide. And so I just quickly put down my details and then we carried on. And they also had like this cake judging show. It was amazing to see some of the creations like this Shopkin cake. I would love to get one of these type of cakes. This year our kid's birthday is done, but you know, I would love to get one of those. So it's really cool to check out the cakes. They had just placed it at the front and then we carried on to check out the stalls. So the time that we arrived was bang on 10 o'clock when the show started. So the traffic was quite less, which was amazing. It meant that we didn't have to wait for a really long time, you know, to taste the food. And they had a ton of samples. These olives were massive and delicious. And we came around to this stall. This was really interesting. These guys sold salt, so we ended up trying a ton of different types of salt. So this little miracle chamois, I'm not sure if you've used this product, but it was a trip down to memory lane when Kingsley and I first came to the food show, and we got a ton of samples from there. And as we were passing by, they had this little food stall area where you could buy food, and this particular lady gave it to us for free. Next, we stopped at the Elemental Eats stall, and they had a kumara, which is like a sweet potato crust pie, so it doesn't have any flour in it. And then another great Kiwi brand is Little Beauties. And then we stopped by to check out these guys' low carb drinks. And then after that, we went to try some turmeric milk. I'll talk about another brand towards the end, but these guys had, you know, tons of different flavors as well. So we just stood there and we were listening to them, and they kept giving us samples. From there, we went and checked out this brand called Chippa, and they had these really cute little lunchbox friendly cheese puff things. House of Dumplings also had a stall where you could buy her dumplings and the sauces. Now, let me tell you about this brittle. You need to try this. If you live here in New Zealand, I will talk more about it towards the end of the video. But these were delicious and very, very addicting. It was so great to also see Pepper and Me here in Wellington. I'll talk more about them as well towards the end. Now, this was like two hours in and the crowd was building. So we took a really quick break to listen to Annabelle White. She's a hilarious New Zealand chef with amazing tips. After watching her for a bit, we continued walking and did a bit of shopping to stock up on a few great products. And then as we were coming towards the end of our visit, we stopped by these guys and picked up a delicious marinade. Totally good. This one, it was so good. At every show here in New Zealand, you'll find these bread guys. They are so good. I highly recommend their brand as well. Also, they also had different types of cookies and these cookie pies. They looked so delicious. It was really cute as well, very creative. So they had these guys as well. You can find them around here in Wellington. I'm not sure if you can get them online. The brand's called Chunked. Then we stopped at Good Chow and got some sauces as well, some chili oil and all that good stuff. And here's my friend Christina, who I went to the food show with. And we had an absolute blast coming out to the 2023 food show. Highly recommended if it comes to your area. Hey guys, so I am back from the food show. Spent the morning there with my friend and we had a blast. We tried a ton of different foods, different seasoning. There was even a stall holder who sold salt, so we even tried some salt as well, which was an interesting experience because how much salt can you eat? The first one here is a company called Kimbella's Old Fashioned Candy. So if you like brittle, like almond brittle or cashew brittle, macadamia brittle, these are your people. So these guys are based in Christchurch here in New Zealand. They don't have a place where you can buy it in Wellington, but I've seen them at the Women's Expo as well, and that's where I first tried their product and bought them, and my family loved it. So my husband and the kids fought over it. And so this time I just got the almond brittle, didn't get the cashew or the macadamia. They're really, really good as well. But the almond one is good too. And they had a new product out called the American Butter Crunch. I think I'm gonna open it and I'll show it to you guys. And it was so good because they had samples there. And what I like to do with this is not just have it whole, but I'll just break this up and I'll put it into like a jar so we can just kind of like grab a little piece. As you can see, it's just covered in nuts and it looks delicious. It tastes amazing and you can smell the butter as well, so it's really good. So this one is their new product and it's called American Butter Crunch. So if you come across this company here in New Zealand, make sure you check their stall out and buy some of this. It's so good and it's really fresh as well, so it's not stale. And this is not the first time that I'm buying it. I've bought it before and it's really, really good. So I'll show you guys the almond one as well. Look at that. So it's so good, and again, if you smell it, it's just absolutely delicious. I just really, really like how beautiful it looks. Another stall that we came across was the Sone's brand, and it's made in New Zealand. So this particular one is a salad sauce, and it is a spicy Thai salad dressing. It was so good, and I really liked it because it has fresh coriander inside of it, and it obviously has a little bit of spice to it. Let me just see what it says. So again, this one is based here in Wellington, and it's a delicious marinade for dressing for fish, meat, and pasta. And they suggest to mix it with avocado, garlic, and lemon juice because it makes a delicious dip. I'm trying to find the ingredients in it. Oh yeah, here you go. So it's got water, sugar, olive oil, red chili peppers, lemon juice, garlic, herbs, vinegar, salt, and spices. So it was really nice. I don't know if you can see it. Maybe I should like open it and show it to you guys in another video, but it was so tasty. They just had it with bread, but it was just really, really nice. My most favorite brand, and if you live here in New Zealand, you'd have definitely heard a lot of people talk about it. A lot of women talk about pepper and meat because these guys are so good when it comes to seasonings. This one's really good. Like personally, I've used it on fish because it goes really well, lemon and herb, but you can use it on chicken or even vegetables. It says here like mushrooms or eggplant. And so what is inside is a lemon pepper seasoning blend. It's got black pepper, it's got onion, tarragon, parsley, basil, dill, and mixed herbs. It's dairy-free and nut-free, but it does contain gluten. But it's so good. I think they do have a gluten-free mix. We obviously don't eat gluten-free, so I just got the regular one, but it's so good. You can also put it on vegetables, just not just on meat. So that was one. This one, TikTok trending. It's pretty much the no bagel seasoning, and I love it. It's got like poppy seeds, sesame seeds, so both white and black sesame seeds, and garlic, onion flakes, and salt flakes as well. And it is really delicious. So what I do is I like to put it on avocado, or if I'm just making a sandwich, put it on that or on eggs. I think you can put on a whole lot of different things. It's really nice. It does add a whole lot of seasoning and flavor to your dish. And then I've got these little packs here. I think they have like them for 3 for $25. So I've not used this one. It's called Heart of Coal. And so it says that it's a beautiful barbecue seasoning filled with hemp seeds and a light barbecue flavor. And it's just really good on chicken, lamb, beef, salmon. I think you can even put, it doesn't say vegetables, but I'm sure it'll be fine with vegetables. Then we've got Taco Tuesday. And this is obviously for tacos or anything Mexican, so I'm excited to try that because we do like Mexican flavor. Our daughter loves it. So this one, you know, is really good for nachos, burritos, tacos, quesadillas, that you can add it in. And again, you can make it vegetarian or non-vegetarian. So over here I've got a hemp haze one. So this one, it is perfect when you sprinkle it on salads. So it's got a few different, you know, herby things inside of it. It's a Middle Eastern hazelnut and New Zealand hemp hearts dukkha. So I think this will be quite nice as seasoning to add to different things. I'm looking forward to adding it to my salads. And what do we have here? The fifth one, salt flakes. So I got this one. You can add it for like chicken and things, but the reason why I got it is to add it to like roast potatoes. Or you know, if you're making, again, a non-vegetarian, you can definitely add it to your meat like lamb or chicken or beef or whatever. But I just got this to add it to potatoes. When I saw it, I thought, oh, this would be really, really nice when you make roast or different things like that, to add it in, because it's got like, you know, rosemary and lemon, and it's like a sea salt base, so that'd be quite nice. And again, it's gluten-free, dairy-free, and nut-free. Now this was another brand, never heard of these guys before. They're called Good Chow's Secret, but they have like tons of different sauces, and this one is called an everything sauce. I'm thinking I might use it like in stir fries or like a marinade, noodles, rice, you know, it's like an Asian-y blend obviously, so I'm looking forward to trying that. You can check it out. You can't really see it, can you? But it was so delicious, so I got one of those. They gave us a good like free oyster sauce for what we purchased, because I'll show you. Got like 3 different jars and then this little everything sauce, and so they gave us one of their oyster sauce for free. Here we've got a couple of sauces. So they've given us, the first one is a chili oil, and I know a lot of people don't like chili oil, but in our house we love chili oil. Love to add it on salads, on pasta, sometimes on rice. Love to add it over eggs. It's so delicious. Avocado toast, it just brings out, you know, a delicious flavor to your food. Of course, if you don't like spice, maybe it's not your thing. And this one was so yum as well. It is a soy dipping sauce, and then another of that as well. So we really liked that little mix. So it was pretty much 2 of each of the chili oil and the soy dipping sauce. I think they put it together. It was a really good combination. I'm really excited about this one because this was a company that I've been following on Instagram for the last couple of years, and I really wanted to try her products. And so the brand is Mon's Flavors. Let me move it around so you can see it. And she's got some really nice products. She's got Indian roots, so all of her spice blends has an Indian vibe to it, and it's got like some really rich flavor in the stuff that she sells. She's on Instagram, so you can go check her out. So let me show you what I got. The first thing, I think it's one of her newer products. It's called Chai Honey. And so I got this. I'm not really sure if our kids will be into it, but I think for my husband and I, this will be really great, like a half teaspoon or whatever every day. It has a lot of good nutritional values, and I can tell you what she's put into it. So it's got raw honey, but it's also got fennel seeds, organic green cardamom, cloves, black peppercorn, nutmeg, cinnamon, and ginger. So you can imagine the spice and the flavor in this little jar of chai honey. So I'm looking forward to trying that. She also had a deal for the show. So got 3 of her blends. And this is a cute little box. My daughter already wants it, but I'm not really sure if I'm gonna give it to her. It's a cute little wooden box. So the first product is turmeric latte. So it's also known as the Indian golden milk. And if you're an Indian, you would have heard of this. You would have drank it. You probably hated it when you were a kid. But I loved, the way she's put this product together. I think if I was to froth some milk in our, coffee machine and then add this in and give it to the kids, hopefully they will, like it as well. So it's got organic coconut sugar, ginger, cardamom, black peppercorn, turmeric, and dairy-free coconut milk, organic cinnamon, and star anise. So I wish you could smell it because it was just so lovely and full of flavor. And I can see over here on the sticker, it actually won a bronze award in 2022 here in New Zealand. So that's really cool that it won an award. So that's one that we got. The next one is a Dish Delicious, which is, I think you can add it to meat and veggies as well. So I'm looking forward to trying that. And as you can see, the little sticker on top says that it did win an award as well, a silver award in 2022. So I'm looking forward to trying this to some of our recipes as well. So this is a spice blend. You can add it to your barbecues, or if you're making stir fries or curries or whatever. So it goes really well with meat. So chicken, pork, lamb, fish, vegetables. And it also can be part of your marinade or as a rub. So it's called Dish Delicious. And the final one is butter chicken. It's actually called Next Level Butter Chicken. And I'm looking forward to trying this because in our house, we do have a butter chicken pan. And most of the butter chicken mixes have all sorts in it. But I think I'm looking forward to trying this because, she puts like really good stuff inside of the mixes that she makes. And I can see right here, it's got like coriander, cumin, star anise, bay leaves, kasturi methi, cardamom, mace, cloves, cinnamon, garlic, peppercorns, and then turmeric, and so on and so forth. So I think it's going to be really good to make a really healthy, delicious butter chicken. So that brings us to the end of my haul. Maybe it doesn't look like a whole lot. I did spend good money, but I'm really excited about these because they are, especially like Pepper and Me and, Mon's blends, and of course these guys as well. They're all like small businesses, and I'm always so happy to support, women who are into business. And Mon's blend and Pepper and Me are owned and run by women, and it's just really great to see that they're so successful here in New Zealand. So if you are out and about, and you see them, do go check out at the market stalls that might be happening in your area, or check them out on Instagram. And if you buy any of the products, or if you already tried this, I would love to know in the comments below. Let me know what kind of food you make with these, whether it's like marinades or curries, or if you add it to your pasta or your noodles or whatever. Let me know because I'm looking for some recipe ideas. I really hope you enjoyed this little shopping haul of mine, and also the quick tour of the food show that happened here in Wellington this weekend. And I look forward to seeing you with a brand new video next week. Until then, stay safe. Bye bye.